Hello, everybody. We're going to start talking about subsystems today. This is the second word in our systems unit that you guys are going to be responsible for. Remember to fill out the worksheet that goes with this. Now, when we start to talk about subsystems, the first thing we need to remember is they're systems. And if we remember from last video, a system is a group of objects that work together to produce a desired result, to make something happen. A subsystem is an entire system within a system. So a good example, a way to look at a subsystem is through a car. When we start to look at a car, what we can see is we have the car itself, but now we're going to break it down into smaller subsystems that work together. Like for instance, here's the car's electrical system. When we look at the car's electrical system, we can see there's all sorts of wire harnesses running throughout the car. There's a fuse box, there's a battery, there's an alternator, there's headlights, there's going to be connections to the dashboard of the car. All those allow the car to go. All right. Also, the ignition system, which is what ignites the gasoline in the cylinders that actually make the car go. So that is a subsystem of a larger system, a system that has to work together to make that car function. We can look at the car suspension system, made up of the steering and the suspension with the A-arms and the struts. And we have the disc brakes that are attached to that, that hold the wheels on. We have our power steering pump. All those allow us to steer the car and the car to go down the road. Without those, it'd be a pretty bumpy ride, and we might not be able to control the car too well. A car's braking system is also a subsystem of a car. We have our master cylinder, we have the brakes themselves, the rotors and the calipers, all the lines that run to it. That's a system. It's a group of parts that work together that allow the car to stop. It performs a function or a goal. These are things that create systems, but it's part of a larger system. The drivetrain of a car is also a subsystem. Our engine and the coolant for that engine, the transmission, the drive line, the differential in the rear, all those are parts that allow that car to have motion and go down the road. Once again, they're a system by themselves, a group of parts that work together to make something happen. But they're also a part of a larger system that allows that larger system to function properly. So in a lot of larger systems, we have subsystems. Like if we were to take apart a laptop, we would see that we would have the screen, we would have the power source, we would have the, we'd have the fan, the coolant, we'd have the motherboard with the chips and the different electronic parts that are on there, the finger pad that would be on there, the keyboard. These would all be subsystems of a computer. So any sort of large system, in many cases, is made up of smaller systems that do a job or a function for us. Once again, we call these subsystems. Make sure you fill in the rest of the sheet. Make sure that you guys turn those in through Google Classroom. They are going to count for class credit, which will eventually turn into a class grade. Hopefully everyone has a great day. See you next time.